Vincent "Mad Dog" Coll was a notorious Irish-American mobster active during the early 20th century, particularly in New York City's underworld. Born as Vincent O'Calla on July 20, 1908, in County Donegal, Ireland, Coll moved with his family to the U.S. as a child. His life would become a testament to the volatility of the Prohibition era, defined by ruthless gang wars, violent crime, and a short-lived criminal career. Early life and entry into crime. Coll's early years were shaped by hardship and tragedy. Orphaned by age 12, he was placed in reform schools and spent much of his adolescence in and out of trouble. By his late teens, he had already begun working as a street-level thug in the Bronx, quickly proving his penchant for violence. His raw aggression caught the attention of mob bosses, including Dutch Schultz, one of New York's most powerful bootleggers. Gang wars and the rise of Mad Dog Coll. Coll initially worked as an enforcer for Schultz, one of the key figures in the illicit alcohol trade during Prohibition. However, a falling out over territory and money soon escalated into a deadly feud. Coll sought to carve out his own criminal empire, leading a splinter group against Schultz's organization. This internal conflict set off a bloody war between the two factions. What set Coll apart from other gangsters was his sheer recklessness. In the eyes of both allies and enemies, Coll was unpredictable and excessively violent, earning him the infamous nickname Mad Dog. His most notorious act came in July 1931, when his crew attempted to gun down Schultz in a drive-by shooting. Instead of hitting their target, the gunman accidentally killed a 5-year-old boy named Michael Vengali who was playing on the sidewalk. The press and public were outraged, cementing Coll's image as a bloodthirsty, uncontrollable criminal. Discoveries and investigations. The murder of the child intensified the New York Police Department's efforts to bring down Coll. Despite numerous violent acts tied to his name, law enforcement struggled to capture him or tie him definitively to any one crime due to the fear he instilled in witnesses. Coll, meanwhile, tried to avoid the law by laying low and shifting between safe houses. However, the dragnet began to close in. In 1931, Coll was finally arrested for kidnapping. He had embarked on a bizarre scheme to extort rival gangsters by kidnapping their family members and holding them for ransom. The most high-profile case was the abduction of a Schultz associate. Though Coll was captured, he was acquitted of the charges due to lack of evidence, but the failed prosecution only heightened his notoriety. Convictions and the final downfall. Despite his acquittal in the kidnapping case, Coll's violent behavior had made him many enemies, including law enforcement, rival gangs, and even his former allies. Schultz, in particular, was determined to eliminate the renegade gangster. On February 8, 1932, at the age of 23, Coll met his violent end. He had been hiding out in a drugstore phone booth in Harlem, negotiating a hit contract, when Schultz's men tracked him down. A barrage of machine gun fire riddled the phone booth, killing Coll instantly. His body was found slumped over, a stark end to his short but brutal life. Legacy. Vincent "Mad Dog" Coll's story epitomizes the chaotic violence of the Prohibition era in America. His reckless rise and fall reflected the dangers of crossing powerful criminal figures and the unpredictability of underworld life. Though his criminal career spanned only a few years, his notoriety ensured that he would be remembered as one of the most vicious gangsters in New York's history. His legacy as a mad dog lives on in crime lore, a symbol of the violent excesses that marked organized crime during its early heyday. Thanks for tuning into Sika True Crime Docs. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more captivating tales. Your support helps us keep bringing these stories to life. See you in the next episode.